We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at Rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made at the 20.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Check. Squeeze. Get in there.
Block now to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now Leonard Fournette. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That is clocked at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
his first carry of the game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Mack gets hit and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
48-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans, nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mark 61, matchbox, right.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On first and 10, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Locke. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got one.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step in and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Cameron Sutton on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll find Lindsey here, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings
on play action, Locke.
At the 24-yard line.
This is caught. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Drew Lock with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Texans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Sutton now to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. On first down, Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Sideline and incomplete. Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He completes this one to Mack. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Sutton now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one. Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Mack. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on
Tannehill.
And it's
eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
9 yards to go.
Block working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 16-yard line.
Tannehill now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now, because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there, and what a great play he just made.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.